G'day, g'day. You're looking well today. Number 7 is where up your jumper is at, and where you are at this very moment, about to jump right into it. Well, this episode you're in for an interview with Roseanne, Director of City Farm. City Farm is just that, a centre for environmental education for young people and the community at large. Rejuvenated from a former scrap metal yard into a community hub, City Farm has evolved from its environmental roots to weave in community arts, music, and all sorts of tangents of Perth society within the one site. City Farm is also the site for Perth's first organic and biodynamic market. Anyhow, without further ado, here is Roseanne.
Well, I have a fancy title. My management committee insisted I had one. So I'm the director of City Farm, but basically I founded City Farm with a number of young crew and support of our organisation, Men of the Trees. So City Farm was founded in 1994 for the purpose of inspiring young people in particular about caring for the planet and becoming passionate about growing and planting of trees as well, because that's, you know, the leaning that I came from in the first place.
Yeah.
But we wanted somewhere as close as possible to the city, and we wanted nursery and gardens and education, all of those things to come together. And then as it sort of started, so did the arts and the community development, all just naturally came to hang together.
And out of it.
Yes, and so when we came here, a lot of us were interested in organics and biodynamics, and this was a scrap metal yard.
Okay.
So it was contaminated, there was lead in the soil. We actually gone for certification, which is fantastic. So we've been a polluted site to a revitalised site. In fact, they took 1 metre to 1.5 metres of soil away. So it was like gutless white sand with no nutrients in it at all. And so we've been building it up. You'll see in places you can just see the top of the limestone. So, have you done anything in organics and permaculture and anything like that?
Not so much. Dad's got a compost and that sort of thing, but that's about the closest.
When you're looking at industrial design, what are you looking at? Furniture, cities?
Industrial design is sort of product design.
Product design,
but then it can also go into designing systems or like community initiatives or that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I'd really encourage you to look into permaculture. It's a discipline that brought together information from various disciplines, archaeology, architecture, you name it, agriculture, and looking at forest systems overlaying on systems like agriculture.
Yeah.
So it's got the ecology base and the things that work in nature. Permaculture is basically a set of designs, about 11 or 15 principles and the ethics that go with it. Then, of course, you've got subsets of it like organic gardening and biodynamics and all of those other things. So people can specialise in grey water and designing or solar or retrofitting homes or all. You can just branch off into many areas about it, because the word permaculture comes from permanent agriculture or permanent culture. And if you don't have permanent agriculture, you don't have a permanent culture.
Yeah.
Like we've made deserts all around the world and cultures have just died.
Yeah, you haven't got food then.
You haven't got food. So cities
music.
with large populations have folded. So what you're doing, if you marry it with stuff like those sort of principles, would be very interesting.
Yeah.
But it took us 8 years to actually get to have City Farm, in that we were given 2 years and we were expected to leave.
Yeah.
But it was just so ideal. The train station's just there. There's a bus stop just outside. It's 8 to 10 minute walk to the middle of Perth. And so it was easy for young people to come to. Also, just the place, like it was just graffiti had already started happening here, just the warehouse feel. So young crew really enjoyed just the feel of the environment to begin with, so they wanted to come. And so, it wasn't long that we started doing, gigs here and all-night dance parties and festivals and art workshops, mosaicing, graffiti, whatever. We've had theatre happen here. So the whole gamut of arts, so art exhibitions and all the workshops and stuff that go with it we've done over the years. But primarily we're, I guess, an environment group, so Men of the Trees, the whole issue for us has been land care, caring for the land, and I guess we didn't take the chaining yourself to a tree angle. Instead, from the 70s, Man of the Trees has been here in WA. We've been growing and planting trees for mostly the wheat belt, doing revegetation stuff mostly. When we got it, we did quite a lot of workshopping to try and define ourselves, and one of the young people named Kerry, she isn't any longer with us, unfortunately, because she died of cancer, but she came up with the acronym PEACE to describe what we do. So P stands for permaculture and organics and land care and sustainability and all the environmental stuff we do. And so E is for education, and that's very important. It can be just work experience that we do, or we have students come and do workshops, adults as well. We've got formal relationship with TAFE through delivering Cert 1 in nursery and in construction, so landscaping and all that sort of stuff. And we have people doing work experience. They might be in youth work, they could be in business. We had business students come and do stuff here, and horticulture, of course. And our volunteers incidentally get educated. So that's PEA, and then C is for community and personal development. So that's all our volunteering. We do work for the dole. We have people through disabilities, mental health. We've had people through prisons, travellers, you name it. The whole spectrum of Perth community has come through here one way or the other. At the moment we've got someone living in our gardens who very unkindly didn't hide it away. So people have been going up and looking at it. So people use City Farm in all sorts of ways, but our values came through the number of people that came, which are respect, non-judgment and compassion. So when people work here, we try and encourage them that they take that perspective and how they deal with each other as well, which is pretty important. And then enterprise. City Farm isn't sponsored by any large company or the government. People think we get government funding, but we actually earn everything that comes through here through education or our nursery or hiring the venue or they're just different streams of education. And if we write a grant or two, if we don't, then we don't get the money. So primarily volunteering is a huge focus for us to keep everything going. And of course, with people being well employed here in WA for the last 2 or 3 years, it's been quite hard to get volunteers. It's been quite low. Even through Work for the Dole and all, it's been quite low, because if anyone could get a job, they have. Our markets are pretty important. We were the first market in Perth that only supplied certified organic and biodynamic produce. No one's allowed in that building unless they're certified. We're the first certified retail outlet, because that's what we're doing, the dry goods and the fruit and veg that our local growers can't grow, like pineapple and all of that. We bring it in from certified wholesalers. But since we've started 4 years ago, other markets have sprung up. And some of our growers go to other markets. So they're a fairly small market. People expect a big, huge thing, but because we've tried to keep quite pure in our promise, so we get a lot of people who are quite sick, people who have cancer, that get recommended that they come to City Farm, because then they know that when they're buying in that building, it's pure food, and also they can talk to the person who's grown it, for the most. Because the others are biodynamic and organic growers. And they're too hard to find close to Perth, and a lot of people that have been growing for a number of years have exported to overseas and over east. It's been rather slow catching on in Western Australia, so it's a very small group of farmers that we can actually call upon as well, and hopefully that's growing, and that we've taken a part in educating the public into organics.
So more people getting involved and getting inspired to get things started.
That's right. That's right.
That was Roseanne from City Farm. You can suss out more by dropping by and saying g'day if you're over West Way. City Farm is right next door to Claysbrook Station. Well, that's the last of the West Coast lot, but next I'm heading east. Catch you then.